Hello everybody, welcome to a quick review from the Planet Fish groups. Today I'm going to be talking about a product called a Charles Austen air pump. These are linear air pumps, so a bit different from what you would normally get from places like Eheim and those regular sort of cheaper pumps. This is what I call a proper full size pump, which is very capable of doing many tanks. The model I have here is the 40, which is obviously doing 40 litres per minute, which is a huge amount of air. I have it split currently going to about 8 outlets right this second, driving different styles of filters. So I've got some eggs here currently going, and then I have also just this tank as a normal sort of air-driven filter as well, and then the other ones have multiple things, like I have algae scrubbers, different types of sponge filters, all sorts sort of going in all the tanks right now. And this is basically replaced. I had about 6 Eheim pipes, 400 units, and this is now doing the job of all of those and some. There is loads of capacity left in this unit, loads and loads. I've calculated it should be probably good for something like about 20 or so air pumps quite happily. Air pumps, sponge filters quite happily. The way I have it set up just now at the minute, before I've got another new rack going in shortly, it's just to have a splitter off there, so all the air pipes are just going by that distribution. I've then chosen to put on different air taps on each one, so each one, there's the control here, the air coming out, just seal that off again. But yeah, so works very well. Now the thing for me was, as this is actually in my house rather than an actual fish room, is for quiet. And I don't know if I'll get the camera right up close to it. It's just a very dull hum, which when you take then over like the noise you get from the bubbles and stuff coming up, you really can't hear it. It's really good. Using my Apple Watch to do the dB checks on the noise levels, I'm getting from the pump, near the pump, something like about 44 dB, but it's still picking up the noise from the tanks as well, so it is very quiet. Definitely the tanks are noisier than the pump itself is, which is just great for me. We don't want to have a load of noise coming in from the device. So happy. It is quite a big unit, I will say that. I'll post some specs exactly in the chat as to the dimensions. It is quite hefty, so you have to take that into mind when you've got one of these, but definitely better than having loads of different Eheims going. So from the electrical point of view, this draws in something in the 30 sort of watts range, which again, when you've got this fully loaded up, is going to be more economical for you as well. So great unit. They do other sizes. There's a 30 model which is less, slightly smaller, and so forth, which also might be more than adequate for your needs. But you'll also find they go up to much bigger units. So if you've got a huge scale fish room, that you can then plumb that in, and it will end up doing your whole room without any problems whatsoever. So yeah, that's my quick lowdown off from the Charles Austen pumps. Thank you very much for them supplying this model for me to do some tests, much appreciated. And yes, definitely comes highly recommended. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Please subscribe.